Hi there. I was demonically tormented for decades, but didn't understand that it was related to my unforgiveness. Every day I would be overwhelmed with demonic thoughts that were negative, condemning, and depressing, and they brought feelings of guilt and shame. It would stop when I fell asleep, but would start again the next morning. A friend told me that I needed to forgive my parents. In my narcissistic pride, I had never wanted to forgive anyone because it was my way of feeling superior to them. I felt puffed up in pride because they owed me a debt. But because of the demonic oppression, I immediately took my friend's advice and in humility forgave everyone who I believe had ever done anything wrong to me. In Matthew 6, Yahshua said, "Pray in this way, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. For if you forgive others for their debts, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive others for their debts, then your Father will not forgive your debts." Because I would not forgive everyone whom I felt owed me a debt, then Yah, my heavenly Father, would not forgive me of my debts against him. In Matthew 18, we read the parable of the unforgiving servant. The king, who represents Yah, cancels a servant's debt that was impossible for him to ever repay. The servant, having been forgiven, then finds someone who owes him a small debt and has him thrown in prison until it was paid. When the king finds out what has happened, he hands the unmerciful servant over to be tortured until his debt was fully paid. Because I had not canceled everyone's debt against me, I was in torment. Because of my unforgiveness, I had been handed over to the tormentors. Some people may have physical torment or mental torment, but mine was definitely demonic. That same principle of the unforgiving servant applied to me as well. There was no emotion involved when I forgave people their debts. This is a business transaction, like banking. I simply tore up the debts, and they were finally canceled. Because I canceled all the debts I was holding, Yah canceled my debts with him, and my torment ended immediately. I am looking forward to sharing with you again because Yah is the cure for narcissism. Please like and subscribe and comment if you've struggled with unforgiveness. I love you and Yah loves you, my friend. See you next time. Bye.